and I actually spilled coffee on a passenger. When I tell you when that happened, I was already looking for other jobs in my head. Like, hello. Sidebar, this has nothing to do with the video, but these... Wait, let me put my black people on, because for some reason we're always late to these white inventions. But these AHA caffeinated drinks, if you want like a calorie-free option to like coffee and you're not really fucking with tea, this is it. This is it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new here, my name is Ange, your favorite black flight attendant or whatever. Obviously like, subscribe this video, even though I haven't said anything yet about the topic, but you know it's gonna be bomb, so just like do it. Just do it. So today, for my aspiring flight attendants, we're talking IOEs, specifically my horror IOE story. I'm gonna be talking about what I went through and any advice or tips I'll be able to put you guys on. So if you're gonna be on your IOEs, you don't do the same thing I did. If you don't know what an IOE is, the actual whole title is FAMS IOE, Familiarizations / Initial Operating Experience. This is something that all flight attendants go through after they graduate ground school. I don't know how other airlines do it. I can only speak for mine. I flew about 8 trips. The first 4 trips, I was shadowing a check airman, which is like a senior flight attendant. So it's just shadowing them, watching them in regards to what they do for boarding, what they do in flight, and when it comes to deplaning, all the safety checks, blah 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 blah. And then the last 4 legs of the trip, he was watching me. So I had to prove that I was able to manage the flights basically on my own, because I'm the only flight attendant on the plane. No pressure. So yeah, let me talk about my experience. So for my IOE, girl, let me start from the beginning. So originally it was from the 31st December to January 3rd. Yeah, that was the original plan. So I left New Year's Eve. I had to stay overnight in Chicago, which, you know, was fun. It was different. It was like the first time I actually went out on New Year's Eve. So hung out in Chicago, boom, next day, that's when it starts. So I met my crew, I met my captain, my first officer, love of my life. He knows who he is. Maybe he doesn't know, I don't know, but he's the love of my life. I met my check airman. So I watched him do the first flight, which I believe was from Chicago to DC, I believe. Anyway, either DC or Newark, one of them, I don't remember. So I watched him do the flight. He was exceptional. He was on point. Like, what you imagine a flight attendant to be, that was him. He just had the stuff together. One day when I grow up, I'm gonna be just like you. Ooh. That went without a hitch. Next thing you know, the other 2 flights I had for that day, counts. I was like, damn. Like, if I didn't check my airline app, I would have never known the 2 were canceled. Goddamn, what a hell of a first day. So instead, I remember we flew from Chicago to Newark, and we were originally supposed to fly from Newark to DC and then DC to upstate New York. Those 2 flights are canceled. So what ended up happening is that we had to do like a reposition, which is super fun. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically the crew of that flight, sans passengers. We just fly the aircraft to where it's supposed to be, which was supposed to end up in upstate New York, Rochester, I believe, one of the girls. So yeah, so I actually got to be in a cockpit while the plane was taking off. Actually, I stayed the whole time. I was like, girl, we'll never know when this is gonna happen again. I'm gonna stay in her, okay? So yeah, I was actually in the cockpit when the plane took off. Actually, during the whole flight, so I wanted to get the most out of the experience. So yeah, that was really fun. That really, brightened my spirits because I was down. I was like, damn, like took -2 flights off of my schedule. So yeah, so we ended up staying overnight in Rochester, and the next day we flew to Rochester back to Newark. Once again, the 2 flights
were canceled.
Like, damn, do y'all not like me? Like, I want to get the most experience out of this whole trip. Like, damn. Like, so I think we ended up just doing 1 flight where I literally got a hands-on experience, but I was still technically watching him. So I got to do the announcements. I helped out with a full flight service for the first time, which was nerve-wracking. So I actually don't remember the rest of the fam part of it because most of the flights are canceled, but out of the 4 flights I was supposed to get, I was supposed to shout, I think I had like 2.5 stops. But let's get to the IOE where it counts, okay? You're supposed to get it together in the IOEs because they're watching you. They want to make sure you know what the hell you know what to do. By the 4th IOE trip, the last one, you need to get all perfect or else you don't get to be a flight attendant. Sorry, hon. That day of the IOE,
flights canceled.
So I ended up staying at an airport at my base, Newark, for about like 6 hours in a crew room. I'm waiting on crew schedule to figure out what the hell is going on because, like, I need my IOE trips. Like, I need it. So, eventually, they notified my crew we were going to do a flight from Newark to St. Louis, which is like one of our longest flights. It's about 2 hours. So that was my first IOE, trip, nervous as hell. Well, for me, the most nerve-wracking part is boarding because you have to get that door closed on time and you want to get it closed as soon as possible because we don't get paid until the door is closed. So, that wasn't too bad on that trip. I'll talk about my second trip, but that wasn't too bad. So the biggest mistake for me is spilled coffee on a passenger. No. Y'all don't understand. During my in-flight service, I spilled coffee. Not like a frappuccino or like a cold drink, hot coffee. I spilled it on a passenger. When I tell you, in the back of my head, I was already looking for other jobs in Indeed. Like, I was trying to, oh my God. In my back of my head, I was like, yeah, this is going fucked up. But my checker man was like, oh, don't worry about it. Just offer him, and then, you're fine. So I was like, wow, this really happened on my first leg. Damn. I don't know, like service, that first time you do service on your own, you're just like, because there's no certain way to do it, at least for me, at least for us. You just got to figure everything like on the fly. Like, what do you need on top? How to service the drinks? Because it was a full flight too, all 50 passengers. So I was like, ooh. And girl, when I tell you my uniform was unraveling when I was working and I had my apron inside out, I was like, damn, I look a hot mess. I wanted to look poised like a swan, but yeah, I look bad. So yeah, my necktie unraveled. I think my tie to my dress unraveled. I didn't flash anyone, unfortunately. I wish I flashed someone in first class. Maybe I would have got a tip. Kidding. I'm kidding. We ended up in St. Louis. I do a meeting with my checker airman. He's like, yeah, that flight actually went better than what I thought a first flight would be. And I was like, are you kidding me? I looked a hot freaking mess. Like, and he was like, no. Like, the customers enjoy you. There was this one old guy in first class. He was like, yo, You did a great job. This is your first flight. Oh, by the way, you have great legs. Mr. First Class, get out of here. Yes, that was mine. First leg. Second leg, and this was my last leg for this trip. It was already third by this point. I should tell you how many cancellations happened. Yeah, it was already January 3rd. So we had to fly from St. Louis to Chicago, and then I would deadhead home the next day. That flight, when I tell you, boarding, when I tell you everybody and their mom had 2 bags, and I had to figure out, I don't know, I just got so overwhelmed. I had to figure out, okay, we gotta put these bags here, because it's not a big 757, 777 type of plane. Like, it's a CRJ 550. Like, it holds up to 550 people, and everyone has a carry-on bag. Like, it's stressed, because you're trying to get, because, like, green tagging a bag after a passenger is, like, on the way to the plane, that's a big no-no, at least for my check airman. So he's like, you gotta figure it out. So, you know, that was pretty stressful. And I did get points taken off for that. I forgot an announcement. Like, there's a certain flow chart that you have to follow for my airline, and some stuff, like, I forgot to check off some stuff and I got points deducted for that. So this flight compared to the flight the day before was abysmal. I'm gonna be honest with you, abysmal. Confusing the chimes in an airplane. Oh, child, abysmal. Oh my god. Even like after like the flight, like my check airman was like, yeah, like what happened? Don't be overwhelmed on your flight. Follow the flow, follow the steps. If you have to write some stuff down, take time to write some stuff down. Like, because once that door is closed, you know, it's all up to you. Like, you're in charge, but just, woo, child. So, after that, right, I leave home for the next day. I didn't do too bad. So, since I finished that trip, I assumed I was done with my IOEs and I passed. So, I was telling all my other flight attendant friends, I'm like, hey, girl, yeah, I passed. I was like, congratulations. And I get a call from crew scheduling. It was like, yeah, we set up your IOE trip for these 2 days. So, da 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 da. And in my head, I was like, IOE trip? I already did my IOE trip. What are you talking? So apparently, because I only did 2 of my IOE legs, I had to go back out to do the last 2 legs. So I did that. That's exactly what I did. So, you know, this is the first time I've ever heard someone have to do this, but you know, whatever. So I went to do my last 2 legs with this other check airman, nice lady. Don't remember her name, but very sweet lady. I did that. That went smoothly. It was like a DCA turn, so it was like 30 minutes there and back. And then after that, I thought I was done because I did my 4 trips, you know. I'm good. Another 7 days. I don't hear anything from my airline. I got a call from crew scheduling again. I was like, yeah, girl, we set you up for your next IOE trip. IOE? Don't say those 3 letters to me. I already did my IOE. What are you talking about? Like, I was so upset. I was like, I thought I finished it. I should be flying. I should be a baddie in the skies. Like, that was the original plan. Like, what is this IOE? Then I had to speak to upper management. It was like, yeah, because your performance on that first IOE trip wasn't satisfactory for us. You got to do another 2 legs, and they have to be perfect. So I was like, damn, that is embarrassing as hell. I had to do it again. That sucks. I went on another IOE trip. It was only 1 day, thank God. I don't even know where I flew to that day. I was just so over it at this point. I had another check airman, sweet lady as well. Don't remember her name either, but she was very cool. And I managed to get a satisfactory on both of those trips. And finally, I passed my IOE. Finally, this was like the 20th at this point. Finally, I passed my IOE trip. Hooray! Cue sound effect. Whew. And then that's when I started to become an official flight attendant. So let me tell you, under normal circumstances, you complete your IOE trip under normal circumstances, you complete your IOE in one trip. But, you know, because my name is Ange, normality doesn't really come with the territory. So yeah, so that was my experience with my IOE. It had some good points, it had some bad points, but my biggest tip to any of my aspiring flight attendants out there, stay calm. You know what you're doing. You took ground school. Look over the flow chart if they give you one. If they not, they surely tell you what steps to take when it comes to boarding, in-flight, deplaning, all of that. Make sure you get your safety checks down. Make sure you have all your required items. That's very important, because if you don't have your required items on yourself and then the required items on the plane, you cannot fly. So mucho important. And I don't know, I felt like I was rushing so much, I didn't get a chance to look down at my appearance. Take a look down at yourself. Make sure you look presentable. If your apron's inside out, take a moment, go in the galley area, fix yourself up, fix your tie, take a look at your dress. The last thing you want to do when you're stressing is to look stupid. Don't look stupid, okay? Oh. I think I'm coming down with something. Do I have Covisha? Oh my God, do I have Covisha? Anyway. Yeah, so that was my IOE experience. Let me know if you have any questions or you want me to do a video of any kind. I'll put y'all on. Again, like, subscribe, share my channel. We hit 100 subscribers. Only 900 left to go until we get paid, girl. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.